Hey guys, Val Nichols here, and I am just all of the vibes today. If you are all of the vibes, let me know when you hop on, say hello so I know that you're here. I'm going to jump on here and I'm going to share this out to my group real quick so that I can see all of your guys' comments. When you get on here, jump on, let me know that you're here so that I can say hello and know what kind of wild souls are in here today. You guys, my vibe is so high right now. I tried something new today, and so I'm just like super hyper, super pumped, super all the things. If you're like that, let me know. If you try something new and you get really excited, let me know. I am just going to share this real quick in my Wild Tribe, which is my Facebook group. For female entrepreneurs, leaders, and dreamers who are high vibe, who are wild souls, who are ready to really jump in and make the best of everything, to really go all in their businesses and to really up-level their life. So today, I am so incredibly excited because we're going to talk about the psychology behind your biggest cash months. Because here's the thing that absolutely drives me crazy. And when you hop on, say hi, so I know that you're here. Say hello, so hello. So I know that you're here. I'm going to pull you guys up on my screen so I can see you. That was me echoing right there. That's so funny. So when you guys hop on, say hi so I know that you're here. And also let me know like what would need to absolutely 100% happen for you in your business, right? So what would need to happen for you in your business before January 1st of 2021 to make it like where you would feel so incredibly proud of yourself, where you would feel so insanely pumped and excited. You would look back and you would feel like, oh my goodness, in 2020, it might have been crazy. There might have been a lot of unknown. There might have been a lot of challenges that came my way. And I am feeling like I grew, like I expanded, like all the things happened that I wanted to happen. So what is that for you? That could be like a number. That could be an event that happens. This could be like a personal thing. Maybe it's a money goal, whatever that is for you. I would love to hear in the comments right now, what is that for you so that we can jump right into this, get all in, be all the things, do all the things, and have all of the things. So let me know what that is for you. Let's see, $5,000 month. Okay, yes, girl, yes, that makes me so happy. I remember when I was like, if I could just hit $5,000 in my business, I would be good, right? Like, I remember when, I don't know why that was the number, but if I could just hit 5,000 gorgeous, beautiful, juicy, delicious dollars a month in my business, then it's like I would arrive, right? Like it would be like I would arrive. I am so much in the celebration mood today. I'm going to pop some sparkling water here. It's a beautiful peach sparkling water. And I'm going to celebrate with you guys because I'm so super like I'm just lit up. So excited about this week. Has just been amazing. This week has been incredible. I've been on a lot of phone calls with amazing women and just really connecting with you guys. And I've just been hearing all of your stories, hearing all of the things. So I want to make a toast to you. Toast to you guys. It is almost Thanksgiving here in the US. So salute to all of my holiday girls out there. That's good. Oh my gosh. So if you're in celebration mode, let me know. Let me know all the things. So I want to share with you guys about the psychology of business. So when I was really, sitting on this, thinking about you guys, meditating, really getting deep into what I was going to share with you today, I realized there was this story that I really need to share with you today. And it is super important that I share this because hopefully, by the end of this conversation, you are going to walk away knowing what it is that your next step is. Because I am the type of coach that I don't like to just make things like fluffy. I don't like to make things, just serve you the fluff or, tell you about things, but not actually tell you the how. So I'm going to share this with you because by the end of this conversation, you are going to be 100% lit. You're going to know exactly what to do and you're going to know exactly what steps to take to really dive in to your business starting today, starting now, to go all in, to do all the things. It is going to be gorgeous. It is going to be beautiful, and it is going to be amazing. So this morning, as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about how, I don't know, probably 6 months ago, maybe 9 months ago or so, there was this coach that I wanted to work with. And I had just come off of a year-long coaching program where I was investing a crap ton of money. It was about $15,000 to do the program. Plus it was, I invested in a leadership program where that was another $6,000 plus, the 17, 18 plane rides I invested in, the hotel stays, downtown San Diego, La Jolla, all over. So there was a lot of investment. So in the year 2019, beginning of 2020, I invested around, $35,000, maybe $40,000 in my personal development, in my business coaching, invested in my business, right? So about 9 months, took a couple of months off. I thought, well, I've done this much. I've come this far. I've built a 6-figure business that I love. I have the clients. I have group coaching programs. I have my Woman of Wealth and Worth program. I have masterminds going, and I love it. I'm good where I'm at. I'm comfortable. So allow me to just, I'm just going to do it on my own. I'm just going to do it on my own for a while. I'm going to figure it out. I've got all these skills. I've got all these things. I've invested, like $40,000 in the past year. I'm just going to coast, and I'm going to do it on my own. Any other lone wolves out there? Can I get an amen for all the lone wolves out there who are like that? Have you ever felt like you wanted to just do it on your own? You were going to figure it out. You were going to do all the things. Well, here's the thing. So I found a coaching program that I wanted to invest in. And what I didn't know at the time, or maybe I did know, I can't remember, is that it was this, $1,100. You buy it, you do it at your own pace. There's coaching calls maybe once every couple months or whatever, but there's really no obligation, no commitment to show up. And it was $1,100. So, for me, that's really, today, that's not a big number. That's not really a stretch for me, as opposed to when I was paying $1,200 a month to be in a program with a coach and several different coaches, and to be in the leadership training simultaneously. That was cash, money investment, all the things. So what ended up happening is I bought this program, and it's so funny for me to think about this today because I bought it, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe 9 months ago. And I was pretty excited, have you guys ever been super excited when you first buy a program, right? You get kind of pumped, you're kind of excited, you're kind of in all the things. So, what happened is I bought this program. I was excited for about 5 minutes. I dove in, I watched a bunch of the modules. I kind of cherry picked what I wanted to watch. And I dove all in. I was super pumped. I was super excited. I got to module 4 or 5. And then I stopped. I stopped showing up. As a matter of fact, I haven't even gone into that program in several months because there's really I don't have skin in the game, right? Are you guys seeing that? Where I don't have skin in the game like I did when I was paying $1,200 a month to be a part of a high-end coaching program where I had accountability, I had people, I had connection, I had all the things, right? So what ended up happening is because, when you're in a container like that, like I was when I was paying $1,200 a month, I've got some skin in the game. That's a lot of money to pay per month. That's twice as much as our mortgage payments right now. And, that's the skin in the game, right? There was some incentive to show up because honestly, for the first 2 months of this program, I didn't even show up and I was paying $1,200 a month. So what ended up happening is now, I bought this program that's $1,100. It's not a big investment. It's not a big investment, so I don't feel as obligated to show up. I don't feel as obligated to do the work, right? And right about now, you guys might be thinking okay, Val, why are you sharing this with me? What does this have to do with the psychology of my biggest cash months? And I want to share with you. The reason why this is so important is because, so often it's kind of like when you have a low investment, right? Like, let's say you buy a t-shirt from Target and it's $5, right? Like, you find it on clearance. You're like, oh, this is so cute. I love it. It's $5. I'm just going to buy this t-shirt and throw it in the wash and all the things, right? So if you have a $5 t-shirt, you might throw it in the wash with your jeans, with your other shirts, with your husband's work clothes, whatever that is, right? But if you have a $95 Angora sweater that's soft and beautiful, and when you put it on, you feel elegant, you feel gorgeous, you feel beautiful, you feel in your feminine energy, you just feel like you look like you're $1,000,000. You go out to dinner and you sit with your cocktail and you just feel amazing. You just feel so fabulous in this sweater. You're not going to take this sweater and just throw it in the wash with your t-shirts and your $5 Target shirt and your husband's work clothes, right? Because if you end up ruining this gorgeous, beautiful, elegant $95 Angora sweater, you're going to be in a lot more pain than if you ruin a $5 t-shirt. Is this making sense for you guys? Let me know if this makes sense for you, if you're picking up what I'm throwing down here, because the point in sharing this is that, when you look back at 2020, there's been a lot of really crazy things going on, right? I started out 2020 believing that I would be on planes from January until March. I would come home. I would be, at the time, I was in an interim leadership role at my church without being the campus pastor. I was the executive director of ministry. I was in a leadership role, interim, which was going to end in April, because I was going to jump on a plane, be in LA for a book signing tour, not my own. I got invited to be a part of a book signing tour. And then from LA, we were going to go to Australia, land in Sydney, right away, jump into workshops, events, all the things where I was going to be featured in that. Right from there, we were going to jump on a cruise ship where I was going to be a featured speaker. We were going to do, days of events. And then I was going to jump right into events in New Zealand. And then this was going to be 14-day thing in April. I was going to come back to the US. And then I had, event in June. I was going to speak at a big conference in Portland, Oregon. I was going to speak at a big conference in Seattle, Washington. I thought my entire year, the first half of the year, the first Q1 and Q2 were figured out. And then, as you all know, unless you've been living under a rock, you've been in a coma for the past year, you know that 2020 has put us all in a very surprising position. It has thrown us all for a loop. And when you look back at the end of 2020, on January 1st of 2021, I want you to look back and say, wow, I am so super proud of what I've accomplished. I am so incredibly just pumped and stoked and excited for all of the things that have happened, that I've accomplished, not because of all the events in the world, not because of all the things, not because of the shutdown, but in spite of all of the things, all of the challenges, the plot twists come in 2020. I want you to look back and feel so super proud. And the thing that is really just making my heart just so sad and making me just almost like that gut punch feeling is that so many people are acting as if this year, 2020 is already over. They have the mindset that it's over. They have the mindset that it's done. They just coast. 2020, oh man, can't wait for that to be over. 2020, gosh, yeah, no one's going to buy. It's the holidays. Nobody's going to buy. It's almost Christmas. Nobody's going to buy at the end of the year. Nobody's going to do this. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to da 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 da. Whatever that story is that we're telling ourselves. Their mindset is such that 2020 is already over. And here's what I want to tell you. Whatever the answer was, if that's making $5,000 in your business, if that is creating a community, a tribe of people who are going to support you and love you, if that's making a difference in the world, if that's motivating others, if that's inspiring others, if that's creating something bigger and badder and bolder than you, if that's creating something that is so freaking amazing and endless and wonderful and unstoppable, and if you want to be that woman who's strong and courageous and you want to make a difference in the world, you don't have to pull up. You don't have to pull on the brakes. You don't have to slow down your momentum just because some people are in the mindset that 2020 is over and that we get to wait till next year to press reset. The mindset I'm in, the game I'm playing here, is that we get to finish strong. We get to go all in our businesses, in our lives. And you know what? Like when you try something new, like I tried something new today that really just got me so fired up, so lit, so excited, because it's a deeper layer of who I am. It's a deeper layer of what I get to serve the world with. It's a deeper layer of the healing that I get to bring to the world through my business coaching, through the services that I offer, through the expansion and the things that I get to offer in the world, because I've been blessed with a platform. I've been blessed with people who, listen, people who understand the influence, people who understand the emotions and the language of the heart that we speak, that we share, that we get to serve in together. And once you understand the emotional intelligence behind building a business that serves you, and not just building a business to make the biggest cash months of your life, but building a business that is fulfilling, that you can make a difference in, that you get to serve other people, that fulfills you, that brings you happiness, and yes, that you get compensated really well for doing what you do, for serving in your sweet spot, for doing all the things that I know you are capable of doing. I know you are. I know you're capable. And when you try something new, I don't know about you, but for me, my experience is this. Whenever I'm trying something new, I actually get to be in this space. I get to be in this space where I'm like out of my head. You know what I mean? Like I'm no longer just swirling in my head, like worrying about this or worrying about that or what if, like overthinking, overanalyzing, getting caught up in whatever the story is that is current, the frequency on the radio station, right? Like what happens when I try something new, when maybe this happens for you too, is that you spend time out of your head. This usually comes to me in nature. I like to lift weights. I do a lot of high intensity interval training. And for me, when I'm in that zone, when I'm sweating, when I'm in the zone, when I'm just like out there and I'm silent, my mind actually shuts down, right? Like, because believe it or not, my mind is always going, always going. Give me an amen if that's you too. So when my mind shuts in nature, or I'm in my sauna with my husband and I get to just silent, and I'm in meditation and I'm in prayer, and I'm in the scriptures, and then this thing just comes through, the frequency comes through, and that is where the moon's for me. And you guys, here's what's different for me. Here's what's different. A lot of us are sitting around, a lot of us are sitting back, and we're thinking that, 2020, we're over it. We're in that cancel phase, like cancel 2020, we're over it. We're done. We're done with this. We're done with that. We're done with the elections. We're done with whatever, sickness. We're done with all these things. And if you're in that place, I'm not making you wrong at all. I'm not making you wrong at all, but I just want to, a lot of people are sitting here right now in this moment in November of 2020, and they think that on January 1st, 2021, when the clock rolls around, you're doing that countdown. Maybe you're watching on Times Square, wherever you're at in the world, and you're watching that, and it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. And maybe you've got your glass of champagne or sparkling water like I do, and you're super pumped and you're excited, and you somehow believe that just because the calendar says a new year, that the clock goes from 11:59 to 12 a.m. on January 1st, 2021, you somehow believe that you're going to be a different person just because the calendar changes. But then another year goes by, a month goes by, and nothing's changed. It's just a different date. The calendar just says a different year. How many of you have been there? Maybe at the beginning of 2021 or 2020, you said, this will be the year I'm serious about my business. This is the year I'm going to be dedicated. I'm actually going to finish what I start. I'm going to keep my commitments. I'm going to keep things going. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And now it's November 2020. And you're looking back at the beginning of the year when this was going to be your year. And you're like, what happens? What happened? And maybe you're realizing that, there's things that you've done or there's things you've started that you haven't finished, just like me with that $1,100 program that I didn't have skin in the game on it. There was no risk. There was no reward, as opposed to when I really put skin in the game, when I take the risk, when I take the reward, and I show up, right? And I show up. This is just like in May of 2018 when I signed up, 2019, when I signed up for this year-long coaching program. It was going to cost me $1,200 a month. And you had better freaking believe I had skin in the game. And as this, $1,200 out to my bank account, out my bank account. The 15th of the month would roll around, boom, gone. 15th of the month would roll around, boom, gone. You had better believe that I was squeezing that program for every single ounce that I could get from it. I would show up on my coaching calls. I would show up and I would serve. I would show up and I would participate in the group calls. I would participate in the sales trainings. I showed up and I did all the modules, not once, but twice. And I would do all the things. I did every single thing, every single month, every single time, because I had skin in the game. It was painful and it scared the crap out of me, because there were so months I was like, what if I can't make this in 6 months? What if I can't make that $1,200 payment? Like, it's fine today, it's fine now, but what if in 6 months? I mean, I did this during the coronavirus. I did this during shutdown. I did this during all the things. And I didn't know that, and here's the thing. If it doesn't scare you, you won't grow. If it doesn't scare you, you won't grow. And, I remember in February of 2018 when I was sitting in my living room right here in my home, beautiful Central Oregon. It was February. It was a cold winter morning. We get down to like freezing, below freezing. I remember sitting here, and at the time, I was in this corporate job and I was killing it. I was killing it in my corporate job, making all the money, all the accolades, all the admiration. I was top, like all the things. And I remember sitting there with my journal, and I looked back in my journal at this entry I had written like 2 years previous. And at the time, you know, when I wrote this, it was probably 2016 when I had written this entry. And I was like, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what my purpose is in life. I was confused. I was broken. I was hurting. I had just ended this relationship that was very tumultuous. You know, the guy, like, I was so confused. And I remember thinking, like, I was kind of all over the place. Like, I was like, um, in the moment when I was writing that journal entry, I was upstairs in this building called at the Union Gospel Mission in Portland, Oregon. I had been spending all week with these women who were coming in off the streets, who were coming in out of prison, coming in out of jail. And I remember sitting with this woman who was, she came in off the streets of Portland, Oregon, and she had this tattoo on her neck. And she was like beat up. She had come in, like her probation officer had brought her in because it was the last place for her to be. And I remember money that she didn't even, and I remember just asking her, like, why, you know, what is it? Oh, why she had chosen this lifestyle, why she was staying in this lifestyle where she was a piece of property. This tattoo that was on her neck was her pimp's barcode number, meaning that she was a piece of property. And I just remember sitting with her and like, why? Looking in her eyes, and she couldn't even like look me back in the eyes because she just, I saw the guilt, I saw the fear, and you know, she told me it's a better way of life. It's all I know. I don't know what I would do if I was not with this person, if I was not doing this lifestyle. I wouldn't, it's a lot harder out there than you know. And I went upstairs and I had this journal and I was just writing, and I started just writing all these things I wanted. And I remember like God speaking to me in that moment saying, like, there's a dream. There's a dream that you have that you've given up because you don't think you're worthy of. You haven't put enough skin in the game. You haven't taken the risk yet. And dear child, I want you to know that I'm going to reveal that to you. And so fast forward, February of 2018, I was sitting in my living room and I was reminded of that. I was journaling. At the time, I was making, you know, 6 figures in my corporate life, had health insurance, all the benefits, the leather furniture in my office, a really beautiful, gorgeous office, all the accolades, all the things, the high salary, the commission, all the things, all the things, all the things. Yet on that morning, I remembered that I had a dream. I remembered that, you know, I wanted to be a coach. In 2014, I'd gotten my coaching license, and I remember thinking that I wanted to be on stage. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm not happy just being in the crowd. I want to be the woman on the stage. I used to go to conferences and watch what people were doing and just be like in awe and be like, I want to be up there. I want to be the one inspiring people. I want to be the one whose story is motivating people to take action, who's motivating people to go, who's motivating people to go all in. And I had to do something really scary. At the time, I had the opportunity to invest in a group coaching program that was, you know, a little bit of money. You know, it was an investment for me to do it. It was a monthly investment. It was some money, and I ended up like, I didn't know. You know, I'd been spending months and months doing all the webinars, all the free trainings, watching YouTube, doing all the things, wondering why I was not actually taking action, because I would get to that place where I would get to my edge, right? I'd get to my edge and I would like stop. I'd stop myself because of fear. I was afraid. I didn't know how to put myself out. I didn't know how to market myself. I didn't know how to do all the things I needed to do. And even if I did know how to do the things, I would know what actions I needed to take, but I wouldn't actually do it. I wouldn't actually do it. I would sit around hoping that someone else would push me, or hoping that someone else would motivate me, or hoping that someone else would like push me into action, or like that I would somehow gain momentum off of watching all these free webinars and trainings and YouTubes and all the things. But it wasn't until I actually took the risk and made the investment, put some skin in the game. It wasn't until that happened that I was able to go all in. From there, magic happened. From there, I went on to quitting that corporate job. That was February. So I started it in February, March, April, May, June, July. In 5 months, I had made back way more than I invested in that program. The total of that entire program, I hit my first $11,000 month in my business. I quit that corporate job, more than, supplemented my income. And, the rest is history. The rest is history. So the psychology around having your biggest months is doing the same thing that you're asking other people to do. It's putting skin in the game. It's taking the risk. It's going all in. It's having some accountability for yourself and holding yourself accountable to other people. Because if you have been trying to do it on your own for all this time, if you've been trying to do it on your own, I want you to really get honest with yourself and look at the results that you're getting. How many webinars have you signed up for and not even completed? How many programs, maybe you've bought a couple here and there, like a $100, $300, $1,100 program, and you've not even shown up for yourself. You haven't completed it. Maybe you've started a lot of things. Maybe you have a lot of really great ideas. You just don't know how, or you're not actually implementing. Really get honest with yourself and take a look at the areas in your life where you're not completing, you're not showing up in your leadership, and maybe you're not leading yourself yet. And if you want to be a leader among other leaders, if you want to be a leader in your industry, let me tell you, you have to start with leading yourself first. This is a very hard lesson I learned in my life, very painful lesson I learned in my life, that with all the growth, all the pain, all this stuff, I wouldn't take it back for anything. Because it got me here today. It got me here today. I don't know if you guys have heard the good news, but I am running a really gorgeous, beautiful, exciting mastermind for 3 months. It's called the Elite Mastermind. We're going to have a bonus call in December. It's January, February, and March. It's 3 months for only $555. That's it. So if you're the type of person, at the beginning of the year, you get super pumped, you get really excited, you want to go all in, you want to do all the things, but that momentum just starts, you go from like, woo, and you know that on January 1st, 2021, you're going to make a lot of commitments to yourself, because leaders always make commitments, right? You're going to make commitments, you're going to make affirmations, you're going to make whatever it is, your resolutions, all the things, you're going to make goals. And if you know your likelihood of making those promises and then failing again to fulfill, to show up for yourself, to finish what you start, if that's one of your triggers, if that's one of your, if that's where your edge is, just know that. And that's okay. Just know that. But know that this is the program for you. If you are the type of person that you're like, you know what, I want to get serious. I want to start this program that I started. I want to, finish out this program. I want to launch it. I want to make money while I'm doing it. I want to make money within 3 months of the beginning of the year. I want to be, maybe you're at the place where you're making some cash in your business, but you want to hit the biggest cash month of your business. This is for you. If you're the type of person that you need that extra little kick, maybe you need someone to be telling you like, hey, you know what to do. Now let's get it done. Let's do this. What's your next action step? When are you doing your live? When are you going here? You know, you said you're going to do this. Now, where are we going? What are you doing? We're going to root you on. We're going to cheer you on. We're going to hold you accountable. If that's what you need, this is for you. If you're like, I want all the things, I want to be a part of a sisterhood, I want to be a part of a community, I want to build on everything I know, I want to operate from my sweet spot, I want to be compensated well, I want to make great impact, I want to have amazing, gorgeous, beautiful income, I want to feel so incredibly excited and proud and so pumped for what I accomplished in Q1 of 2021 that I'm going to look back and I'm going to like gauge every single year and I'm just going to grow. And this is going to be the catalyst. This is going to be the caveat of every single thing because I'm going to build upon each and every single quarter after that. I'm going to build upon my skills. I'm going to build upon all of the things. I'm going to build upon the situations. I'm going to grow. I'm going to be in my leadership. I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to finish 2020 out strong. I'm going to put some skin in the game. I'm going to take the risk. Yes, it's a little bit scary, but yes, it is freaking excited. And if it's a little bit scary and it's a little bit exciting, it should be a heck yes. If that's for you, then the Elite Mastermind is for you. The doors are open right now from today until Monday, which is the 30th of November. You can get in for only $555 for all 3 months. Guys, this is usually a $597 a month, and you're getting 3 months for $555. That's it. That's like 70% off almost, right? Like, this is huge. This is a big savings. If you just put a little bit of skin in the game, you know, just like I did, put a skin in the game. I invested in the scary thing. I invested in the program. I did all the things. And my return in investment was within 5 months, I made $11,000 in 1 month in my business. 1 month. And I have no doubt in my mind, whatever that goal is for you. Remember at the beginning of this live, I asked you guys, what is it that would absolutely need to happen for 2020 to be the year where you would feel so incredibly proud of yourself, where you would feel so incredibly just pumped and proud and excited and accomplished, and you would just feel like the juicy, amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, abundant, worthy queen. That can be yours at the end of this 3-month mastermind. That can be yours. If I can do it, you can do it. Because I started out in the exact same place that you did. I started out online with 0 followers, 0 knowledge on how to get here, 0 knowledge on what to do, 0 knowledge on, you know, we all start out at 0. We all start out the blank canvas, and we get to decide. We get to pick up the paintbrush, put the gorgeous, beautiful paints on, you know, the purples, the reds, the blues, the oranges, the pinks, the glitter, the sparkles. We get to decide right now in this moment what 2021 is going to look like for us. And the good news is, I still have a couple spots open in the Elite Mastermind. There's limited spots open. So if you are interested, let me know right away. We can jump on a call. We can spend about 15 minutes getting to know each other and seeing if it's a good fit for you and for me. You know, 0 obligation in the phone call because we're going to find out if we are a good fit. And if that sounds right for you, because this is not for everybody. This is not for the woman who's going to play small, who's going to remain, you know, the internet's best kept secret. If you just want to make a couple $100 here and there in your business, this probably isn't for you. This is not for the woman who is, you know, like not really serious and doesn't really, you know, want to take the risk or go bigger, go all in. But if you are the woman who wants to make the biggest impact you've ever made in 2021 to start your year off with a freaking bang, to feel so incredibly proud of who you are, what you've accomplished, and what you can do, then this is 100%, 100% for you. So message me. We'll figure out a time we can jump on a call we'll take about 15 minutes to get to know each other and see if this is a good fit. If you're feeling that call, then I encourage you, just really get honest with yourself and think, is this what I need? Is this what I need to go all in? Is this the skin that I need to put in the game so that I can see the results? Or, am I going to continue to backpedal and feel the overwhelm and feel all the things and be in fear and all of that? Because, we have a choice. We get to pick up the paintbrush. We get to paint the story. We get to write the story. We get to decide what it's going to look like for 2021. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this. It is just lit my heart up. You guys have just brought me so much joy. Tomorrow is the last day of Wildgiving. So we'll be on day 15 of Wildgiving. So join me live. I'll be on my public Facebook page. So join me live, Facebook at It's Val Nichols, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you guys so much. Bye. Go be wild, babes.